Hey, what's going on, guys? Flick here, and welcome back to another episode of Season 3 of the Liverpool Career Mode. And in today's episode, we're going to get into the January transfer window, the final transfer window of this career mode. After reviewing the poll results on the previous episode, it seems like you guys are pretty intent on me selling Adam Lallana. So we're going to sell him and look to clear up some transfer space. But in regards to Divock Origi, the vote was pretty 50-50. So if possible, I'm going to try to keep him on this Liverpool team. But if a big offer does come my way, I may accept it. But since we have so much to cover in this transfer window, we're going to get right into the episode. But if you guys can show your support by dropping a like on this video, that would be much appreciated. Getting into January, we do have a pretty compact schedule with two difficult fixtures against Arsenal at home and Manchester City at home, and those are the two matches that we will play in today's episode. And then a week-long break will see us face up against Derby County, an away match, and we will simulate that one. And those are the matches that we will play in today's episode. I think a cup fixture is going to pop up somewhere around here, probably on the 21st or the 20th. And by that time, I do hope to have made some transfers into the team. So the plan is we'll get up to that cup fixture on the 20th or the 21st, and then we'll finish up the remainder of the transfer window in the next episode. However, with it being the start of the month, we will get into a squad report, and Loris Karius now up to an 85 rating, which is absolutely incredible. He's been growing so much this season through the training, and I think by the end of the season we could get him up to an 87 plus rating. And I'm so glad you guys decided to instill your confidence in Karius at the beginning of this season. Of course, we had that vote where we were determining his future, whether we would stick with him or whether we would go with a world-class goalkeeper, and you guys decided to stick with Karius, and I think that really has paid off. He's been putting in good shifts, not leading up to a lot of goals, and allowing us to win a lot of games that we may not have been able to win last season when he was a lower-rated keeper. But overall, this Liverpool team is looking so good. Growth across the board for our young players as well as our more experienced players, and I think we're looking pretty good for the rest of this season. In order to move ahead some of the transfers, I'm going to ask for some money from the board, and we're going to ask for 10 million in additional funds. We'll see if the board does accept. Our monthly scouting update from Nigeria has come through, and we have an 85 potential player followed by a 92 potential player that we will sign up. Now 79, 65, 80, 78, and finally an 88. Good news for us, as the board has accepted our request for additional funds. That's 10 million added to our transfer budget. With those additional funds, I do want to make two transfers into the team, the first of which being for Ragnar Klavan. He has joined Liverpool in real life, and we're going to look to replicate that in this career mode. He definitely won't be a first, second, or even third choice center back, but he will be our fourth choice center back. In the case of an injury, we do want to make sure we have enough center backs to fit that role, and I think he will do that for us. The second player that I do want to add is a younger player, and it's actually a regen. Clint Dempsey's regen is in the MLS, and I do want to sign him to strengthen up the US men's national team. He's 71 rated, and take a look at this. He does have 5-star skill moves. So the plan is we can improve his shooting and allow us to have a greater chance of winning the World Cup this summer. We'll be offering up 3 million for Klavan. That's a lot of money for a 76 rated 32-year-old, but he is an important player for Augsburg, so we're going to have to pay up. A 1.5 million offer will be sent over to New York Red Bulls, and considering that they're an MLS side, I think they might be able to accept this offer on the cheap. Before we get into the first match of the episode against Arsenal, I did want to give you guys an update on the kit number situation, and I have changed things to reflect things as realistically as possible, giving Milner the number 7 and also changing Suarez to the new number 9. And for Gerrard's regen and Dirk Kuyt's regen, I have switched up things to give them their former players' kit number. So for De Boer, Dirk Kuyt's regen, I give him the number 18. And for Smith, Steven Gerrard's regen, I have given him, if we can find him, the number 8. Going into this game against Arsenal, we are resting up some of our regular starters like Krychowiak in order to ensure he does have full fitness for that Man City match, which is only a few days away. But this is a very strong starting 11, and we're going to have to show up to get a win against Arsenal. Arsenal in the top 4 of the Premier League, but still 11 points behind us. However, my major concern is catching up with Chelsea. They have a 5-point gap from us, and we need to start picking up results against good teams in order to close that gap. Considering we do have the best home record in the Premier League, I think we have a good chance of getting this win against Arsenal, but they do have a strong starting lineup. We've seen them several times this season, and they did kick us out of the Capital One Cup, so we'll look to get our revenge. Now, in the last episode, we did have that big win in the FA Cup, 4-0 against Hull City, and this is the next match, so we'll see if we can return that form and score some more goals against a better Arsenal team, or whether we're going to go back to our old ways. Klein playing a good through ball over to Emre Can. We have some space here. Coutinho looking to find Emre Can. He's going to bang one, and Petr Cech, what a diving save to stop that one from going in. That was going in the top net. We'll look to send this corner kick inside the box, and Emre Can is the target, and we will find Emre Can. Another big save from Petr Cech. This time we're going to try it short. The long corner kicks are just not working out for us. Now Lionel Messi spots a player on the edge, and this is going to be Milner. who can bang one. But he's going to play it inside. Now Marco Reus. Turn and finesse shot inside the box. Going just wide of the far post. This is a chance for Danny Welbeck to do something for Arsenal. So far it's been Petr Cech that's been the standout player. But we'll see if one of the attacking players can get one on target. Not this time around. Debussy on the ball for Arsenal. They've been really trying to cross the ball in, but it hasn't been working out too well for them. But mistake there by Marco Reus. We'll see if Arsenal can capitalize. Are you kidding me? Santi Cazorla just bangs one in from well outside the 18-yard box. No way I can respond to that. We'll take a look at this replay, and it was a mistake made by Marco Reus, but I had no expectation of Santi Cazorla banging that one in crossbody with his right foot. The legendary difficulty truly coming into play. Coutinho with a big steal, and he has Luis Suarez on the right. It's a good through ball to space, and Suarez able to run onto it. Spots Coutinho inside. Will find Coutinho. A Berber spin to cut inside, and on his left foot, it's going to get by Petr Cech, and we're going to go into the halftime break equal at 1-1. Following that amazing goal from Arsenal, we had to respond somehow, and Coutinho pretty much was involved in every part of that play. First playing through ball over to Luis Suarez, and ended up getting the ball back and finishing with his left foot. This game does have the potential to be match of the season. Two of the Premier League's best teams duking out, and individuals just stepping up in this game. Santi Cazorla and Petr Cech for Arsenal, and thus far, Philippe Coutinho for us. We'll see if Philippe Coutinho can continue to do so in the second half. Big steal there by Niklas Süle, but Verratti gets the ball, and Arsenal still on it here. Lionel Messi takes it away, and he has options to find the pass. It's Coutinho. He has a pass inside, and it's going to be Luis Suarez in front of goal. Petr Cech gets a piece of it, but not quite enough of it, and it's suddenly 2-1 for Liverpool, and now the game really is in our hands. Can we hang on for this result? Arsenal's going to move forward. We could add on another goal. Karius looking to find Lionel Messi with a bit of space here on the right, and he wins a header, only to have Aaron Ramsey steal it away. Now Santi Cazorla finding Verratti. It's got to be found over to Danny Welbeck. We're going to look to contain and not allow a shot. And it was a tackle made inside the box, but a clean one. A chance for Danny Welbeck to equalize this game. And now over to Verratti. That's a mistake made, and we're going to look to get on the counterattack here. Playing a through ball. It's Jimenez. Has support in front of him. Waiting for Marco Reus to make that run. He's going to get the ball here. Can he do a spin inside? That's a beautiful spin, and on his left foot, Petr Cech making a huge save and allowing Arsenal to stay in this match. Two defensive substitutes to be made, Krychowiak being brought on for James Milner, and we're also going to bring in Joel Matip in for Niklas Süle to ensure that the Arsenal strikers can't outpace us. I think Krychowiak might be sent off. That was a tackle from behind, and it was not a good tackle. We'll see what the ref does have to say. And it's only going to be a yellow card. With Arsenal pushing up the pitch, I think it would be wise for us to take Luis Suarez off and option for a more pacey option in Daniel Sturridge. Aaron Ramsey with the back heel to find Debussy. If we can get a steal from this kind of position, it'll be a one-on-one with the Arsenal defense. And this is exactly what we want. We get it cleared by Jimenez. Can we win this header? Daniel Sturridge does win it, and we're going to play it out wide to Marco Reus. We have options now. Going to play in the middle, and Philippe Coutinho just needs to hang on to possession. We can waste some time now. Sturridge finding Krychowiak. Now it's Nathaniel Klein playing this one through. And Messi. Krychowiak. Back to Messi. Inside to Daniel Sturridge. Going to do a fake shot to get it on his left foot. Bang this one. And that was off the crossbar. Can we follow it up? Cleared out once again by Arsenal. That's a massive win for us against Arsenal. And looking at those stats we came to play today. 11 shots, 8 on target. And Arsenal, not a single shot on target despite scoring a goal. But we'll take those 3 points. Augsburg have come back to us and said that they want 4.3 million for Ragnar Klavan. Honestly, I feel like that's overpaying for him because he's not going to be a first team player for us. But instead, I'm going to offer up a player who hardly gets any play time, and you guys might be able to guess who this is. It's going to be Martin Skrtel, not too far off in their value, and he's very unhappy. Augsburg might accept this. Another monthly scouting update coming through, this time from Argentina, and starting things off, we have an 86 potential player, an 87, an 80, and finally a 76. Transfer offers now coming in for some of our big players, and Philippe Coutinho might be that hot topic, and he is an 87 rated player, still fairly young at the age of 25, but I have no intentions on selling him, so we're going to reject this offer from Manchester City. Same deal for Karius. Now that he has started to grow, clubs are just pouring in offers for him, but we're going to reject. Here's the team that we brought out for the upcoming match against Manchester City. Definitely not our first team, but still a lot of good players in here. Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and now Sadio Mane at that left wing position. He's been in good form recently, and and we're going to need him to continue that good form here against Manchester City. Manchester City taking over that number 4 spot following the Arsenal defeat in the last match that we just played. But once again, we've got the home fans cheering us on, and there's no reason we can't get the win. One player that we will have to watch out for is Thomas Muller. He's been transferred to Manchester City, and he's tearing it up this season, scoring lots of goals, so we'll have to watch out for him and his red gloves. Ooh, Fabian Delph. Showing a little bit of dribbling action, now getting by a couple more of our players, now laying off the ball to Yaya Toure. Finds Selena. He's going to play it inside, and Karius does not able to clear this one out. Nicolas Sula had his back though and gets it cleared for a corner. Some patient play for us here. Flanagan finding Milner. Now inside to Hendo. He's got the through ball in the middle. It's Luis Suarez taking on the Manchester City defense. He's going to slip this one through to Adam Lallana, scooping inside, and might look to finesse this one on his left boot, but he hits it just wide of the target. Lionel Messi making the run on the right, and he's going to have some space to work his magic and his dribbling ability. He's going to cut this one inside, has it on his left foot, and he went for the shot, but it was blocked by Otamendi. Sadio Mane on the ball. He's going to look for an open pass. No one really giving him an option, though. We'll finally find Henderson. And now to Suarez. Fake shot to create some space. He's going to look to spin inside and creating some more space. It's Luis Suarez, who's absolutely done some work. We get quite lucky for that to fall right back to his feet. And Joe Hart, he's got to feel so unlucky and torn from that one. We'll watch it once again. And Suarez, being in the right place at the right time, gets himself a goal. Actually, Suarez wasn't even credited with that goal. It was an own goal by the Manchester City defender. And going into the halftime break, Manchester City had the advantage in possession, but really didn't do too much with those opportunities. Only 2 shots, 1 on target compared to our 3 and 2. Lionel Messi juking out a couple of Manchester City players. Now Berba's been inside to create some more space for himself. Thomas Muller tracking back, and this kind of sums up how Manchester City do feel. They have to go back and defend, even their strikers, and they can't seem to break through our defense. This could be the chance for Manchester City to get a goal. It's Yaya Toure who's on it, but they're going to play a short pass, and Yaya Toure with the effort, Karius with a big diving save. 30 minutes left in this game, and once again, we'll make the same defensive substitutions that we made last game. Emre Can coming in for Milner this time, and Matip coming on for Nicolas Sula. Emre Can looking to make an impact sub, and now we'll find Suarez over to Hendo, and he's going to shoot another long shot. He's gotten so unlucky not to score a long shot goal this season. He'll have to get it eventually. It's Yaya Toure on the left. He's got a lot of room to work with, and he will send in the cross. It's a good cross sent in, and the volley effort. You need to credit that finish, and Samir Nasri showing up when he needs to, and Manchester City tied up with 15 minutes left. We'll make our own attacking substitute and bring on Daniel Sturridge for Luis Suarez, adding a bit more pace into the team, and maybe we can catch him on the counter. I don't know what's been up with the CPU scoring these goals on legendary difficulty. They either play really boring or they play absolutely world class, and it's been world class this game. I need Lionel Messi to get onside. And he's going to do a scoop turn outside. Berba spin inside, getting by a couple of Manchester City players. Finesse shot from this kind of angle. I thought that was in for a second. This corner kick may well be the last kick of the game. And Sadio Mane will receive it. Look to get inside the box here. Can he get fouled, or can we win a penalty in this kind of situation? This is the perfect opportunity to cross it, but it's right at Joe Hart. Looks like this match will end at a draw. I would have loved to win in this kind of situation, but looking at the stats, I think a draw is a very fair result. The only difference between ourselves and Manchester City is we had 1 more shot on target than them, and they deserve a point. Red Bulls do want some more money for Clint Dempsey's regen, and we will oblige to that offer. 2.6 million. I think it's worth it in order to increase the chances of winning the World Cup this summer. Some good news from Augsburg as they have accepted the swap deal. Martin Skrtel for their player Ragnar Klavan, and I think this is a good bit of business. We have Klavan coming in and Skrtel going out. Skrtel left the club in real life, Klavan came in, and I think it just makes for a perfect situation. We're going to oblige to his offer of 50 grand a week, 1 year, and we're not going to specify the squad role for now. Transfer offer coming in for Grzegorz Krychowiak from Juventus. 14 million is the bid, and considering he's in bad form, I'm going to look to get his market value of 17 million. If everything works out, this should fund the transfer of a world-class center back, likely Diego Godin. More good news as Red Bulls have accepted the transfer bid for Juan Lovejoy, and now we just need to get into some contract negotiations. He wants 20 grand a week, and that is no problem. Also a 4-year deal, and we're going to give him a sporadic first-team player role. Transfer offers also coming in for Daniel Sturridge, and we're stuck in a bit of a predicament. We may have to sell some of our top quality players in order to bring in other top quality players. We only have half a season left, and should we sell Daniel Sturridge, Sadio Mane could fit into that second string striker role. For now, I'm going to reject the offers, but later on down the line, maybe in the next episode, I may look to accept them. It looks like Klavan wants to understand the role that he's going to have here at Liverpool. And we're going to have to be frank with him because he's not going to get too much play time for us. He's going to be a squad rotational player, so we're going to switch it to 1 year, and I'll give him the squad rotational player role. We'll get some simulated action going on against Derby County, and this is a much needed win for us because Chelsea just are not dropping a lot of points this season. I don't know what it is because I feel like we're doing about the same in terms of our performances, but the CPU teams are certainly stepping it up this season, so we also need to step it up and not lose these kind of games. And Suarez just taking over and scoring 2 goals thus far. Martin adds another goal on for Derby County, 2-2 at the halftime break, now in the 65th minute. Still stuck at 2-2, and Messi gets a goal for himself, making it 2-3. We need to hang on for this result and get a good defensive performance, and we do get the win, 2-3. Another monthly scouting update from Brazil. We have a 53 to 69 potential player. We have a 76, a 68, 84, 92 we'll add to the Youth Academy, an 83, 89, and finally a 75. And here you go, guys. Our first signing of the January transfer window has been confirmed. Juan Lovejoy, Clint Dempsey's regen, will be added to this Liverpool side. I'm very excited to train him up and make him a world-class player. And by that, I hope he is a world-class player in a couple years' time. Obviously, it won't happen this season. Juventus still not biting on the Gregors Krychowiak deal, sticking to that 14 million bid. And I am concerned because not many other clubs are offering up transfer bids for him, so I will have to accept this despite it being a bit under his value. We just need the funds in order to fund some of our other transfers. Massive transfer offer coming in from Bayer Leverkusen, 17 million, well above Divock Origi's market value. I will be countering with 20, and if they choose to accept that, we will sell off Divock Origi. You guys were torn on whether we should sell him, and I understand he's a promising player, but this is the time when we have to make some tough decisions for the betterment of this team. 2 big pieces of transfer news coming through. Bayer Leverkusen has decided to match our 20 million counter offer for Divock Origi, and it's really tough to see him go, but that is some good bit of business. We've trained him up the last couple of seasons, and I think he'll excel in the Bundesliga. And in addition, Ragnar Klavan has accepted his contract offer, so he's on his way to Liverpool to be a squad rotational center back. With the funds that we've received for selling Krychowiak, we're going to put in a 20 million bid for Diego Godin. We're going to have to pay up a lot of money in order to pick him up because he's a crucial first-team player for Atletico Madrid. We've now reached the FA Cup match against Watford, and that means we're going to have to bring this episode to an end just when things are starting to heat up with the transfers. But let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the transfers thus far. Am I making the right transfers? Should I be doing anything differently? But if you guys did enjoy this episode of the Liverpool Career Mode, make sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you are new around here. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Links to those are in the description down below. But until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.